I don't trust Bravo celebrities enough to think they wouldn't tank their own domestic situations for a little more fame. So that's why I question every breakup that happens.
This is when I become a little bit more of an innocent, where I don't necessarily think that they would tank their relationship, but I do think that they would time the tanking, or time the announcement. I do think that MJ was like, you know what, I can't take this anymore. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Lewis was in her ear saying, you need to get rid of him now before you have to split that money with him that's going to come out of the new Shahs. It's one thing if he gets paid as a day player, but it's quite another thing if they did a whole season and then they were tied to it and she had to split that 50-50 with him.
Yeah.
We gonna stir it up and do things our way. So if you wanna move, get out of our way.
Hey.
It's Bravo breakdown time, y'all. Yay.
Breakdown every day, but this time it's about Bravo.
Yeah, it's not a minty bee, it's a Bravo bee.
And you know what helps prevent these breakdowns? Not the Bravo kind, but just our general spirals of a life. Hitting subscribe. Yay!
Yay! Yeah, please help us not end up homeless with 10 cats underneath the 10 freeway, the 10 405 interchange.
Yeah, at least make it East Hampton. Give us Grey Garden squalor. No.
Exactly. We'll feed raccoons and cats there. That's fine. Please.
Well, where should we begin? Because we're covering all of Bravo on the breakdowns. Like what's
we are this week. Yeah. So my big thing was MJ from Shahs of Sunset. Mm-hmm. Can you talk, Stacy? Shahs of Sunset. Mercedes Javid. She has split from her husband, Tommy. Her husband is 7 years and father of her 6-year-old son. And she's asking for full custody. And I was like, finally. Finally. Because I'm not a fan of this man. I never have been.
What is he? I've met MJ and stuff. I don't know Tommy. I just thought they did. That sounds horrible. I just thought they deserved each other. No, I mean, I don't know his past beyond the show.
This was always my thing. Like, look, just like anybody who goes on these shows, they're not necessarily like, I'm never going to stand anybody. So it's don't come after me, say that I think that MJ's like the most amazing person like ever in this world. But like, this was like this couple that was like, they met on Tinder. I think they had a very wonderful, lustful relationship. Mm-hmm. Like, she found somebody who like appreciated her body. He found somebody who like helped fix the holes in his heart. Like he's talked about him having like a really tough upbringing and his parents and like stuff like that. All of which I don't remember all the specifics. And I also don't remember if he got into all the specifics of it, but he's also like a humongous hothead. And they kind of decided to get married around the time that her father got really sick.
Oh, yeah.
And her parents had a horrible relationship too. Like her parents were basically separated, yet living in the same house. Like she didn't have the best like examples of a loving family relationship.
Wait, stop right there. Are you saying that Vida, an icon, a best friend to me in my own head,
but not in hers.
I enjoy her. How could you say she wasn't nurturing, loving?
The woman who was always telling Mercedes to like lose weight, like on camera.
That's her love language. Leave Vida alone, people. No.
Oh my gosh.
I like all the worse the Bravo mom is, the better.
And you love them. You love them so much, the worse they are. So like, this is the thing. You just for some of us, you saw the train wreck coming. Mm-hmm. You just saw it coming. And then, she got pregnant within a year. She almost died having little baby shams, and her father died as well. Like there was just like a lot. And I just don't think that they were emotionally compatible people. And while in some ways it was nice because he's that guy, like some people, like especially on Reddit and stuff, they're like, I'm talking about Tommy, like he was so loving to her. He defended her, when Reza went off on her in that episode and like said those horrible things about her.
Mhm.
And you know, yes, Tommy's a defender and everything, but also he's incredibly like verbally aggressive,
Mm.
and he would talk over her, and it always seemed like there was always so much room for too much room. There was never enough room for his emotions. Like his emotions took over everything,
Mhm.
and there wasn't any room for hers.
Uh,
And maybe I'm giving her too much credit. We don't know inside of their relationship exactly, but this does not surprise me whatsoever.
I do have one thing. I'm wondering how real their breakup is or how strategic the timing is, because if you guys know, they're finally getting their spinoff, their reboot, the Valley
Mhm.
Shahs edition, and it's going to be Reza, MJ, and Gigi. And I just wonder how much of this is timed to build hype for the show. This is her new life, her new path.
Well, two things. I think it's real because over 6 months ago, Gigi was throwing out bombs saying that their marriage was over and stuff like that and things. And apparently, because I don't listen to I don't have Sirius XM, so I don't listen to Jeff Lewis live. I only see clips here and there.
Mhm.
But Mercedes is a regular contributor. She's one of the quote unquote chumps, one of his chumps. And so she's always on it. And then she has a podcast with Tommy. And apparently, like a few months ago, he didn't want to be on it for for at least one episode because he didn't like what people were saying in Reddit. And also, apparently, people say that she's always kind of dogging Tommy on Jeff Lewis Live, which I don't think is very good for your marriage either. So look, I'm not going to defend her on that necessarily. So I do think that the divorce is real, but I also think that the timing coincides with her not wanting to share that money with him that she's going to get from the new show, if that makes sense.
Yeah, depending on if he's a cast member or not. I'm trying to play this out in my head. I'm actually now picturing, because they're going to have their own Valley with the podcast and stuff. I'm picturing the fight between Jax and Brittany over. I don't. Yeah, I think he's my friend's kid is in school with Shams, and I don't know about their marriage. I've never met Tommy, but I have a feeling he's a good father. She got a copy. He gave it to every parent in the class. He made an illustrated children's book for baby Shams, not for her late father, for baby Shams. And I saw, like, she showed me a few pictures. I was like, oh, but yeah, I have no idea about the ins and outs.
Look, and you can be a good father or a good mother and a bad spouse. You know what I mean? Like and sometimes I think that also happens in relationships where you put the child above everybody else as opposed to your relationship. And staying in a relationship for the kid is actually, I've talked about this a gazillion times. It's the wrong thing to do. You're teaching your children horrible relationship, you're not giving them the relationship tools that they need to have successful relationships later on in their life. So I don't know,
I was just thinking when their Valley Shahs edition or whatever, it's going to be called Shahs of Ventura. No. I know where all of them live for that Housewives fans and Bravo fans. Reza lives in Valley Village, just like the Vanderpump, the Surcast, like Jackson, everything. Gigi lives in Encino now, I believe. Yes. And then MJ, sorry, I blanked. MJ lives out in West Hills, but she calls it Calabasas. It's Calabasas.
Of course she does.
She's going for the full Kardashian effect, but it's so that's
yeah. So I would call MJ lives deep valley, like very far west. And Gigi is like a little far west, like she's west of the 405, whereas
Encino's where like Kyle and Dorit and everyone. Gigi's not living like Kyle Richards, but I mean,
but it's like is is she living south of Ventura Boulevard or north of Ventura Boulevard?
Well, that's what I
always
mean.
makes the difference.
And
Yeah,
the only one I can say owns their house is Reza. I don't
true.
believe MJ. Oh, that's another thing. I don't know if MJ and Tommy will have a home to split up. I have a feeling these people bounce with rentals.
They may. I don't know, but I don't know because I don't know. What?
No. Like I'm being polite. I mean, I don't think they own their house. That's
Right.
what. Yeah. So
Maybe Vita owns it.
oh no.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll do some more digging around the time that Shaw's Valley comes out.
Yeah.
Valley Shaw's. Anyway, but there was another split in the Bravoverse, but this one's smaller because they're younger. It's Ariana Biermann and her boyfriend Hudson, whose last name I don't. Oh, McElroy. They split up. So they've been on and off for since 2018.
That's
which means
next.
what they were 14. So-
These are the next gen NYC Zolciaks. That's how
Yep.
which daughter. These are the ones on next gen NYC, and he's like a
Mhm.
billionaire, or his
Yeah,
father's
or-
super rich.
Yeah, his father's super rich. So yeah, I'm sure Kim's like, God damn it. What? Ariana, why did you screw this up for me?
Did you see about Kim in the news lately though? She's already landed their next big papa. Everybody she's been named in a divorce. Her boyfriend with at least $100 million, according to his wife, has been showering her with their marital assets. So
Oh my gosh.
a Zolciak always lands on her feet.
She does.
On
She
her big
does.
papa.
Well, it'd be interesting because for Ariana and Hudson, because they might be filming right now the season 2 of Next Gen. They could be, or they might have just finished. I don't know, because they filmed last season during the summer, so we could see the lead up to this breakup, or we could see the breakup happening.
Yeah.
In
I wonder
the next season.
I wonder too if this is another if they are filming, if this is another kind of produced for buzz. But I don't know. I don't trust Bravo celebrities enough to think they wouldn't tank their own domestic situations for a little more fame. So that's why I question every breakup that happens.
See, I think this is when I become a little bit more of an innocent, where I don't necessarily think that they would tank their relationship, but I do think that they would time it though.
Right.
Time the tanking, or time the announcement. I do agree with that. I do think that MJ was maybe you know what, I can't take this anymore. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Lewis was in her ear saying, you need to get rid of him now before you have to split that money with him that's going to come out of the new Shahs. Because it's one thing if he gets paid as a day player for, anything that he films with them and picking up little champs and everything like that. But it's quite another thing if they did a whole season and then they were tied to it and she had to split that 50-50 with him.
Yeah.
So,
True.
so Jeff Lewis is, love him or hate him or both, he's smart when it comes to that money shit. He's on top. He's always thinking 15 steps ahead. So I'm sure he was in her ear being if you're going to do this, you do it before. Do it before you sign, you get all this stuff done. So you don't have to split it with him. So, yeah.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
What any other breakups? I'm trying to think. No?
Not that I know of.
There's always some pending. We just...
Yeah, exactly.
Did you hear about LVP and Kent? No, I'm joking.
No, she's going to follow that man to the grave.
Yeah.
She's probably going to... Anyway, I'm not going to say it.
Well, speaking of Beverly Hills...
There you go.
What's up? I mean, I know we've seen the rumors circulating that... I don't know. It's not a rumor, but that they're supposed to debut in December, early December.
Early December. You know, like there, some people are speculating that it's like December 4th, maybe. That would be a Thursday. So I don't know if they're going to do it Thursday or.
Thursday's not usually. It's weird that certain franchises have certain weekday vibes, certain days of the
Yeah,
week. Like OC to me is a Wednesday show.
right.
And Beverly Hills too, maybe a Tuesday show. I don't know how
Mhm.
I decide, but
Yeah,
Thursday seems weird.
but like right now, Salt Lake City is the Tuesday show.
Oh, and
Tuesday
Orange
Housewives.
County's on Thursday. That's why we're forced to
Exactly.
release on the yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But maybe what if they turn it back to a Wednesday show?
Mm-hmm. Because
And then that would put it on December 3rd.
time wise, it makes sense the December thing, early December, because essentially Beverly Hills is going to replace Orange County as the reunion. You know how they time it, as the reunion's ending of one, the new season of another begins. So with the way things are going, it would probably replace Orange County.
Well, and if they did it December 3rd, then that's truly the week after Thanksgiving holiday. So they're not going to air anything new the week of Thanksgiving.
Right.
So we have like one, maybe two more regular episodes. Actually, probably only one more episode of regular Housewives on the what, 30th? Yeah, because they're on Thursdays. So then they're probably gonna have a 3-part reunion. So that takes us to November 6th, November 13th, and November 20th. And then we'd have a week off for Thanksgiving. And then we'd start the next week with Beverly Hills, probably.
Yeah.
So, and that's the week of my birthday. So.
Oh, yeah.
Which we love. But this is what's funny is that if I take it back 5 years ago during the pandemic, during 2020, it debuted on my birthday that year, which I think was a Tuesday, because usually it was Tuesday. So back then I was like, man, but yeah. Anyway.
The greatest gift they could give you.
I know.
Oh, I have a gift, a Beverly Hills gift we can give them.
Oh, yay. We love it. We love a gift. We love an exclusive gift.
One quick thing, PCP Exclusive. I don't know. We broke the news, by the way. We were the first to post and reveal. I don't know if you saw over the weekend. I don't even know what day today is. Wednesday, over the weekend. Just go to our Instagram and see whenever we posted it. That's the day we were talking about. Garcelle had a premiere for her Lifetime movie, and you saw, courtesy of us, who she invited. Avi, Sutton's Avi.
I love how shady that was.
That was absolutely. And here's the part, though. Here's the part. I found out Sutton's reaction to it. Remember, I have eyes and ears everywhere. Everywhere. My friend actually went to the premiere with Avi. She's not in the photos. She's not on the Getty Images photos you guys see or that Garcelle posted. Yeah.
What did she say?
Well, so what I'm hearing, and she's like a very rich lady of Beverly Hills, like not on the show, not on TV, but I mean, she's actually like friends with these people in a social way, financial way. Anyways, yeah, Sutton's really upset and hurt and not angry like how it triggered that neediness in her, that neediness to be like, why did Garcelle do this to me? Why did Garcelle unfollow me? Why did Garcelle, you know, the way on the show, like she chases after the women who don't like her, and exactly why Garcelle doesn't speak to her anymore at the reunion when she dropped her because Erica gave her half a smile.
Right. Yeah.
So that's where she's back at. That's where she's back at it. She does not see how anyone could not like her and why?
I wonder if it also is like maybe the final nail in the coffin, or just made Sutton realize Garcelle's not coming back.
Mhm.
Maybe she had some deluded hope in her head that she and Garcelle would eventually get over it and they would be fine, especially like once they're off the show, and then we don't have to deal
Mhm.
with all of this craziness of the politics of the show and yada yada yada. And Garcelle's like, no, fuck that. Like,
Mhm.
I'm sorry. As I've said before, Garcelle is my Sagittarius sister, and you can push a Sagittarius so far in a friendship or in a relationship, and they will take it. It's surprising how much we will actually take, how magnanimous we can be. But once there's a Rubicon crossed, there's no coming back.
Mm.
In fact, actually, I don't think Mary's a Sagittarius, but Mary Crosby said it in Salt Lake this year. She's like, you can be dead to me. Like, I will give you so much, and then as soon as I decide that I'm done with you, I'm done with you. Yeah, same thing. Once I am done with you, I am done with you. Like, no more. And I think Garcelle is the same way. Once she's done, she's done.
Yeah,
So-
I caught an interview. It was, shout out to Bravo Snark Side. They aired the interview on their account, or they showed the clips that Garcelle, I guess, this week was doing. She's on a press tour for this movie that's premiering,
Yeah.
and they asked her in an interview on the New York radio station about Housewives, which of course she hates, because I mean, it's like she's there to promote a new project, but she did give them a couple minutes, and they asked about the unfollowings and Sutton, and she's like, why do I want to see what they're up to if they're not in my life anymore?
Yeah.
That means show's done, they're done.
Yeah,
There's no
exactly.
Yeah, she
This
didn't.
is why I'm like, when you break up with somebody, unfollow them, block them. You don't need to see that shit anymore.
Yeah.
No, it just becomes hurtful.
Yeah,
I'm with her. I am with her.
it was
I love
fun.
Garcelle.
Well, what I love is what as she thought it through to invite Avi. I love the spite. I love the A+. Should have brought that to the show when you were on it.
I know. She's just too nice in some ways, but then she is a spiteful queen in others. She just, well, again, it's that line. She was like, you finally crossed a line. Now you're gonna see the salty side of Garcelle. Like, and
this was a good, she brought this energy to the confessionals, but not to the film scenes. But I'm glad that at least she's still doing this in real life when she doesn't have to. She's just doing it for sport now, which I respect. Just messing with people.
I think it's because also she is kind of a person who, except for like when she sent except for when she broke up with her ex-husband and like sent that letter to his entire agency detailing what he'd done, she kind of can play the long game, and like she recognizes, because she's also older now, that revenge is a dish best served cold. So like doing this, bringing Avi in at this point, it's been months. It's been 6 months since the reunion. It's been 6 months since then. It's like, oh, you would think da 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 da. So Sutton's here thinking nothing of anything, and then it's like, bam, and it's like the cat who just like, you've been petting and it's all fine, and then they turn around and they go whack. Like, that's what that is. Like, Sutton's and I think that's one of the reasons why I love Garcelle. But she maybe was never going to be the housewife that everybody wanted her to be, because she is kind of that person that she needs to play that long game with people. She needs to take her time, and the audience needs something faster.
Yeah, it wasn't the right fit for her. I mean,
I think it was a good stepping stone for her, though. I think it really got her name and her face back out there, especially to a new generation.
Well, yeah, no, in the interview she says it just wasn't right for her anymore. This recent interview, and she said it gave her exposure. I mean, it kind of revived her career. So she got what she wanted, unlike Rinna, who stayed too long and put Housewives before Hollywood, and now she is, I don't know, wandering like Fashion Week Helsinki wearing an Andy Warhol wig. It's not looking good for her.
Never gonna follow us again. She's never gonna unblock us. We don't even need to follow.
Rinna.
keep us blocked. Keep us blocked.
Oh.
Oh,
But you know who we don't want to block us? All of you guys.
well, I have one more thing though for
Mm.
this week. One more thing for this week before, well, after you follow, like, subscribe to us again right now if you haven't already subscribed. Like, we have actually, I feel like we've got good numbers on the YouTube subscription because, like, more than half of you who watch us subscribe. So that 44% of you that watch us and aren't subscribed, you should subscribe.
Mhm.
But speaking of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I was watching
Oh,
it
yeah.
on my lunch break today, and I love it because they're going on a trip, a cast trip, but they're going on a yacht cruise on Captain Jason's yacht that he's working, and I was like, yay! Oh my gosh! And they showed some scenes, for next week of them on the cruise, and I was like, oh, it's not just Captain Jason. They've got Daisy from Below Deck Sailing Yacht as the chief stew, and they've got Chef Ben from the original Below Deck seasons, and he appeared at least on one season of Below Deck Med. Like, he's there as the chef, and I was like, this is amazing. To, like, three of my favorite, cast members of Below Deck, and like three fan favorites of Below Deck people and Bravo people. And I was like, you and I have talked about how amazing would it be to have a Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip / Below Deck, like, crossover type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, I'm not saying that they are, but this is just like my imagination run wild. I wonder if this is like a tryout for that.
Oh, yeah, like
Concept.
testing the waters. See how
Yeah.
it works.
Because we've seen housewives be guests on Below Deck before, but we haven't seen like a housewives trip be on Below Deck.
Right.
And that's what I would love to see.
It would be a great way because everybody wants girls' trips back. Obviously, we know what happened in Morocco that killed that. But this would be a different setting, a different way to do it. Could you imagine? Like, I know they already gave OG New York a girls' trip, but just that, can you imagine them on a yacht? Those poor, the whole, I was going to say just the guys with having Luann, Sonia, and Ramona on there.
I mean, hello.
Okay, and whatever chef they hire for Carol, but Adam, but also the women, they would treat terribly. It would just be waitress. Everybody would be a waitress. Oh, Ramona. No, they're all terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked about it because it would be like upstairs, downstairs, or Downton Abbey, exactly. Because then you'd have like more about it. Would just be great. I just think,
the staff would be praying for an iceberg.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So yeah. Anyway, I think that's it.
Yeah.
For this week, for sure.
Well, circling back, if you want to help us get our own yacht charter and make it above the deck, above pod, all you have to do is subscribe and follow and share and
tell your friends. I don't know. Tell your divorce attorneys. Tell your former best friend's best friend.
your former best friend's assistant. Have him over for Thanksgiving. Make sure to post photos.
Yeah, tell your divorce attorney. Tell your new leasing agent, because you got to find a new place to live.
Yeah.
Tell your yacht captain. Because anybody, all good.
Well, on that note, I wish I knew how to say goodbye in Farsi since we're discussing Shahs, but adios.